Hey everybody, what's up? It's your boy. Today we are taking a look at Transformers 1 Prime Changer's Bumblebee. This is, in my opinion, a pretty good looking figure. He's just taking care of the old stacks on stacks on stacks duty. Nice looking figure in general. Hope everybody is doing well today. Thank you so much for coming back to the channel. And to all those who have supported the videos of the Megatron reissue / KO. I very much appreciate your support. All the feedback I've gotten, I also appreciate. And somebody reminded me that in a video recently, I started a story about Recess and never finished it. I never went back to it. All I was going to say in that video is that once you got to junior high, you figured out pretty quickly that Recess was gone. There would be no more Recess anymore in junior high. That was very sad. So taking a look at the figure, he looks quite nice. He's got his cannon on one hand as per usual. He's got his blades to make him Badassington, or Badassatron as he likes to refer to himself. And he's got a chest plate that's removable that reveals his cog, and we'll take a look at that now. Let's get right into transforming this guy on the back and forth channel. So let's remove his... Thought I'd do a solid and have some weapons actually on the figure for once. I don't care, but you do, so I will for you. So there you go. His weapons are off, and then you can remove this chest plate to see his Coglington, which is also removable. I am not going to do that. I'm going to put this right back on, re-chesticize him, and let's get into this transformation. So the first thing you're going to want to do is move to the head portion, and you just want to pull this whole assembly back down, just like that. You want to spin the head 180, and then flip it into the back panel here, so that it can be hidden away inside. Flip that back up. Turn the vehicle around, turn the figure around, and spin this whole torso section like so, just like that. And then you want to come up here, actually to here, sorry, the chest, and you want to lift this portion up to become the beginning part of the front of the vehicle, and it just snaps in place like that. And you can leave this portion, this little flappy part, up for now. And the next thing you're going to want to do, this is a pretty simple transformation, folks, but he entered the collection, so I needed a nice, easy one today, and so I decided to go with this. Shout out to all those who are watching the Four Nations Cup tonight. It was a fantastic game. Jordan Binnington in net for the Canadians. Absolutely stole the game. And our captain, Connor McDavid, of course, finished it off. So that's enough hockey talk. These panels here, these shoulder panels, are going to collapse to the inside here. So I like to just bring them out some and then in some, just like that. So you can see how that went. And sometimes they don't like to sit flat, but usually I'll adjust that as the transformation takes place. So here's a perfect example of that happening. Doesn't want to sit flat. There we go. Hopefully you can see inside there. And so those should be in the right area. And then you're going to bring these forearms together. And there's just a little clip near the fists here, a little tab. And they're going to want to snoop tabby tab in the tab pound. And you can see already, if I hold this straight, you can see that this one is swung out some. So we're going to fix that. There we go. You can just push them in so that they're flush against the sides. And then we're going to flip it back over. Actually, no, we're going to stay. Yep, flip it back over again. Let's bring these feet up. Oops, bring these feet up like that. And then these legs rather, are going to untab and then crimp in on that little double hinge. And you'll see inside here there is a, you can't see, but there's a, maybe you can, there's a tab right there on the inside of this panel. And that goes into that recess in the leg, in the thigh. As well as this pin here goes into that hole at the top of that flap. So I just like to, when you're doing this, make sure that this fist slides under this panel here. And your life will be a whole lot easier. Just like that. And we'll do the same thing on the opposite side. We'll untab here, get it to fold in on that double hinge, double hinge. Get that hand underneath. There's also a tab here that connects the two legs, but we'll get to that in a moment. We're just going to get the rest of it tabbed in like so. And then move down here, get that tabbed in too. And then you just want to give it a little squeeze, make sure everything has recessed into where it needs to go. And then this part too, you're going to flip that down and click that into place. That's going to be a biche to pull out later, I'm sure. And then this part is also on another double hinge and just clips down over these two yellow tabs here. And it wants to not work with me. Come on. Extend all the way. Now this clips in, like I said, to those two tabs. These little tabs at the front of the feet here go underneath those recessed accordion looking areas there. So I usually like to get this part in, and it's not where it needs to be, because if it was, aha, it would go like that. So we'll do that, and then I like to come back and just sit these feet under those little areas there. And that is it. That's it. Make sure everything's closed up nice. And boom, stacks on stacks duty. There you go. He has been transformed into his alt mode, into his Cybertronian vehicle mode. This back looks very Cybertruck-ish, so in the spirit of Cybertronian vehicles, that is fitting. These tires, well, they actually move pretty freely. Look like slices of lemons. I mean, the whole vehicle looks like a lemon. It kind of does. You know, these flaps at the back kind of are reminiscent of a bee's wings. So that's kind of cool. And there's the back area. There's some nice Cybertruck lights. Here's the underneath, the undercarriage, as it were. And there is the Cybertronian vehicle. There is Bumblebee, actually B127. Okay, let's go back on the back and forth channel. So the opposite is true. We're going to unpeg these little flaps from this top portion just to give us some clearance and be able to pull this baby up and back into its tab sections in the windshield here. Click that down. And then we're going to untab these legs, because that's the last thing we did. Just like this. And then they're going to swing down on these double quadruple hinges and click into the side to the actual leg itself, the hollow leg portion. Like so. So that's done. Then we're going to flip it around, drop the feet like Maestro Fresh Wes dropped the needle. Go back around, untab these legs. Sorry, untab these fists, rather, not legs. And then we're going to pull out the shoulder assemblies and push them back so that they kind of move into their slotted position. So not like this. You can see the difference there. And just drop it back so that there's those double hinges sit nice and flat. We're going to lift this up. Oh, that was actually quite easy. We're going to spin his bum around. Get some frontal crotch facing positions. And then go back here just so we can break this down in a way. And bring this down for his chest. We're going to spin these forearms 180 degrees. I'm a little singy today. You'll have to excuse my singingness. But when people sing, it is normally because they are in a good mood. Then we're going to pop this back flap open. Once again, lift the head back up. I like to get it partially to where it needs to go. Spin it 180 degrees and click it into place. And that is it. That is it. Make sure everything is, for the most part, nice and flushed where it should be. And Stacks on stacks on stacks on stacks. Oh, and of course, I'd be remiss if we didn't have weapons. Throw the weapons on, and he has been transformed. And uh-oh, my goodness, no size comparison, but I do have something handy. How about this? OG 1980s Big Bird die-cast vehicle. I don't know where this came in into the house from, but I do remember, what does it say on the back? 1987, what's up? So this is almost 40 years old. Super cool. Anyway, Big Bird, that's as much airtime, screen time as you're going to get. So that's the size comparison for today. And there it is. Ladies and gentlemen and everybody else, thank you for coming back to the channel. Thank you for your support. I know you're not going to, at the behest of this suggestion, but I'm going to drop it anyway. Please put a like on the video. It does nothing for you. It does everything for me. And it also just tells me that you liked what you've seen. Please share it with somebody you hate. Please subscribe to the channel so you get the video I'm doing next first. If anybody guesses what the next Transformer will be, there will be a prize. Anybody who comments downstairs, I will absolutely reply to. And I reply to all comments, good, bad, or in between, as everybody has been able to see. So, if you haven't been told recently, love ya, Secret Guy, out.